desktop. There it is. Okay. Alright, so this is the revision version of U82. It's fucking rad. So first thing I'll do is I'll show you the area that I'm currently working on. Oop, that's the in progress one. So this is Space Station. The big old sucker. So when I start an update, I generally start in the area you start in the map. Just kind of helps my flow a little better, understand things. So one of the biggest things that really bugs me about this map, I mean, yeah, it's the last area, and by this point you're a goddamn fully mastered murder machine, and fighting stuff endlessly is not a problem for you. You have all the ammo, all the AUGs, all the guns, so it's not that big of an issue. But I don't like that you're kind of pigeonholed here. I mean, when you start this map, this door's open, and you're pretty much standing right here, and you're like, oh, sweet, there's an alien there, there's one there, there's there. There's a goddamn bot on my right, and there's a bot across the hallway. Sweet. So, I guess I'm clobbering the shit out of all this stuff. Or, you can use this to open the hatch on the ground. So yes, there's two methods to deal with this, which is cool. But I don't like enemies that are just standing there. Yeah, especially right at a transition, because I mean we're people. We need a bit of a reactionary time frame. So loading in and then accidentally taking a step, and now this alien and possibly this bot are now turning to look at you. It sucks. So I'm going to work on that a little bit. I've already got the basic main area redone. So just remember what this looks like. It's got the support pillars, the crane, this little shelf thingy up here. A lot of stuff. It's got all of its decorations. My new one isn't going to have a lot of this yet, but that's generally how it works. We start out with the BSP and get the basics done, and then we'll hop into it. All the decorating, player, character placement, all that stuff. So here's my new one. So again, it's very simplistic right now, but it's all got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? This little indent, that's going to be where you start. So you're going to be standing like right here when this opens up. The spaceship intro is going to come around the corner here, come in, and so it's got the basic same dimensions, except it's a little longer. So I always think of areas that I want it to look like in Deus Ex. So my inspiration for here is when you first go into the Area 51 bunker, and you get to that first area where the big tube is with the train track, the fencing, the MJ-12 sniper up on the scissor lift. This is kind of like my inspiration for that. So some of the changes thus far, that upper platform with the shelf is now this. You go up these stairs here, this like little mobile staircase thingy, and then we got this entire platform here. I want another thing that I don't like about some of the old maps is unnecessary exposure. So you got a camera, an alien, and it's all wide open to the rest of the map. So I'm thinking about these pipes are going to go. We're going to put a door here and a little room here. And that's where we're going to have all that stuff that you can loot. Another thing, so it's hard to tell because some models just don't load in Unreal Ed 2. These are more spaceships, so they look like they're parked. So it's building another a little bit of a story here that this is a spaceship hangar. So we have GameSpy ships parked in the hangar. I mean, it makes sense. This is where all the ships go. And we're going to have a vent here that leads up into that area. And, of course, those other two vents that are here in the original map. And then talking about more movement space in vents, the vents are going to be a lot smaller. So probably have one go here to here, and one on the other side as well, here to here. And then you can get up and run between them rather than having to crawl all that way, like in the original space station. And then I still haven't decided how I want the ceiling to look in regard to those support beams that go across and the crane. Probably what I'm gonna do is do more environmental storytelling, and the overlook section right here that you open the other hangar door with, it's gonna look like it controls the hangars and it controls a crane. And probably what I'll do is prefabs are a good thing, but what I've decided for 2.0 is instead of just swiping them from vanilla like the old maps used to do, swipe our own stuff. So what I'm thinking about doing is, for instance, that crane in sub-level in the cargo area, just flip it upside down so it looks a little different, but just use that in this map. And then that'll also give more opportunities, like I could have it slanted down towards this rail here, so then a player can then climb up and do a little roaming around, because that's what we love in Deus Ex. Put some stuff up there, get a good bird's eye view of this, get a bird's eye view of all the enemies and whatnot, because again, all those guys that are standing, they're going to be patrolling in this map. We're not playing that mess where they're just standing around either waiting to see you and attack you or wait for you to kill them without any opposition. At least with patrolling, there's a little bit of a challenge, and also at the same time a little bit of a little less difficult depending on what kind of character you're playing. So risk and reward kind of thing, rather than just, yep, he sees me, or nope, he doesn't see me. Because with them walking around, they have the opportunity to actually see you or not. So this is what I got so far, and all this is updated. So these four maps, this is all that's left for the 2.0 mainline maps to be done. This map is actually pretty easy. It's the one where you actually find Deus Diablo. And you look how small it is. It's actually not that bad at all. So something I've been considering is combining this with another space station map. But as I was playing with them in the editor while I'm preparing for the next patch, it kind of wouldn't make sense for say floor 1 and 2 to be combined, and then floor 3 and 4 to be separate still. So we're probably just going to keep them separate, and I might just add a little bit of a more fun flair to this map somehow. And damn, I actually didn't realize that. I didn't know that all of the apartment. Wow, this is just straight up completely mirrored. This map's kind of lazy. Oh yeah, even the 2 units you can enter are exactly the same, and the hallways are all completely mirrored. God damn, this map is stuffed with aliens too, and there's no other thing to do other than just fight them. You can't even sneak around them or anything. Yeah, this is definitely going to get redone pretty heavily, now that I'm looking at it. What's 3? I can't remember what 3 is. Okay. So this floor 3 is, yes, the gravity thing. This I probably won't fuck with that much. I mean, it fits the bill. But there are some areas that really need it. Wonder why that is. Oh, yeah, the exterior ship that you see fly by. That's a... So that's a method of level design. It looks like it was swiped straight from Unreal Gold. That was a common thing in Unreal, that they'd have that subtract in the back like that, to kind of look like it's a piece of machinery that's transmitting the computer screens. So yeah, I did a lot of prefabs that they then threw into this map, but I didn't do a lot of work on this map myself. All these generator thingies I made. I think I did this entire room. And where are the other ones? Yeah, these guys, I made these guys. And then there's yet another section of generator thingies. Oh yeah, I definitely made this whole room. Oh yeah, I remember doing this actually. You gotta connect those thingies. Yep, the little plugs. Yeah, I'm probably gonna rework that one a lot too. And then another plan that we have is all the TNM 2.0 features, like BSP turrets and EMP triggers, all that cool fun stuff we added. We're gonna straight up dump all over these maps with all those new features, so that they're utilized properly, rather than just use them every once in a while sporadically throughout the game and then just forget about them. This map is this one's kind of like a set piece. Like, yeah, there's a lot of enemies and stuff, but the spacing's comfortable. It's supposed to just look like this, like, tight-knit command center type of... I made these. Command center kind of thing. Probably won't change this that much. Probably more so just clean it up a bit. These I'm expanding, though. These little walkways, I don't like how thin that is. Seems like it would mess with the pathing a lot. Any kind of swing doors. That's another thing I like to look for to modify. I don't like swing doors as much as I used to. AI fights with them. Alright, what else we got here? What? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So I'm looking at these platform maps. These are the Radish Adventure maps. This right here is, yeah, this is Platform 01B. This is the first attempt at a remake of it. To improve it and make it functional. because this is something that I definitely know happened. Radish Adventure was a very big afterthought. It's not as good as it should be. And it just kind of abruptly ends. Not a lot of joy to it. It's supposed to be like this big reward, but it's not really. Oh, this is in here. Oh, that's not the This right here is not T&M content. It's a map I was working on. Just for fun. But I put it into our file so that I could take advantage of the better editor. What am I looking for now? Not showing that yet. We got a lot of like in progress, like temporary maps. What am I thinking? Trying to collect a thought. That was probably loud. I wonder how vanilla Deus Ex looks, because I think mine is like straight up vanilla. Because if it looks okay on stream. Oh, wowzers. Jeebus, that's loud. Yeah, it looks like Garbo, dude. We're not gonna fuck with that. Alright, well that was a good little intervention. I think we'll go back to playing the game now. Let's see. Oh. You know, we never did, this is gonna absolutely be out of order, and I apologize for that, but we never did a, look back on the original Downtown, and that's kind of a big oopsie, because this is, this map right here is how all this shit started. Like, I started working on Downtown in the very, very beginning. So all these changes are pretty much what started 2.0. So let's do that a little bit. Since we're here, we can roam around without the thesis statements through PMs. And damn, I wish we could we could snag the old downtown, because that would be cool too to see. So I mean, already, holy shit, we're kind of near where I was in the 2.0 map. Look at the size of this compared to the 2.0 version. This is like, this little weird alley thing is like half the size of the new one. Hell of a lot of empty space. And I can finally back up my statement of the different times that it takes to run from the beginning to Soul's Bar. Oh, here's that chick that talks about the canal and stuff that I kind of had to cut, but gave her a little story.
You know, I've always felt that these canals were the most beautiful part of Forum City. The initial design of the district expressed a strong Greco-Roman influence.
So I was gonna put her in the slums.
The canals were to represent water flowing into the city from Oceanus, the mythical world sea. The twin bridges are like the arms of the city.
But this part right here,
as it floats above the watery expanse.
all this like very specific stuff, it's kind of what got it cut.
Modified the city blueprints to reflect a more urban, utilitarian style.
And it sucks because
and the Temple Hill,
yeah, Temple Hill,
rising up like Mount Olympus, are all that's left of the original design. Nice to meet you.
She's got some good ass lines.
Rainy night.
And good quality. The lines are cool. But I just like the slums map I was talking about in sub level, it's just too far deep to be modified just for that one character. God, there's so much. Holy shit, man. Look at all this. Oh fuck, is that Hobbs down there? The orange cat that you can talk to. If that is, I might need to reevaluate that. Oh no, it's not, it's just a regular cat, okay. So a lot of the original aspect of this, like all the small buildings and the sort of grid design of all the buildings being like right next to each other, nothing different, anything like that. Around this time, I was experimenting with making like, and someone actually did this later very well in multiplayer. I was experimenting with making like an RPG type city map for multiplayer, which we do have a fully functional like RPG mod in multiplayer. I didn't make it, but the dudes you can find at DXHQ back in the day when they were younger, they made it. So back then though, I even now, I mean, I'm still at my core level design centric, and making that sort of like RPG map in Unreal would have took a lot more work than I could accomplish. So I just kind of stopped. But the way that I was working on the city kind of reflects here, and it's kind of boring looking, in all honesty. Like yeah, these buildings have a little bit of a different flair to them compared to each other. But they all, at the end of the day, are really just rectangles. And yeah, like, God, it's hard to fill all this running time. There is a lot of empty space in this map. So the whole design philosophy of the new one is it's a lot more cramped, yes, but it's more accurate to what it was originally supposed to be, and it's more dense. Like this right here, I think this is it. Yeah, I think I started this map like right here with this arch and this cobble path. So this is indicative of what I'm talking about when I say the new map is more reflective of what it should be. Yeah, it is. So what we're doing right now is I happen to be in downtown, right? In 2.0. So we kind of switched to this method of I play the 2.0 map and quote-unquote beat it, and then I load the old map to talk about the comparisons of and design philosophy of how the 2.0 map came to be. So right now what I'm talking about is I started this map right here, right? And with the arch and this cobble path. So in 2.0, downtown has all those bicycle racks and the bicycle pathways, right? I originally wanted that in the 2009 release, but as I kept working on the map, I just like forgot my own design philosophy, and that's why this big ass like just vehicle roadway ended up being in the map. And that happened because, you know, you're working on a city map, you just instinctively put roadways in it. So that's why we have this huge road that kind of seems nonsensical when you're talking about it in this aspect. So it just goes to show that this was just a hodgepodge of ideas. And this building right here, it's very simplistic, right? But it's from that DXMP RPG map that I was working on. Because I was playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto Vice City at the time, and that influenced what I was doing as I was designing stuff for TNM and multiplayer and whatnot. So that's why all these buildings are on like a grid, essentially. Very low to the ground, very basic. And then this is that diner that I talked about in the last stream about the Indigo Prophecy diner. Like that's pretty much exactly what it looks like in Indigo Prophecy on the interior. And then there's the bathroom where you kill the guy. And then the movie shop, well, the Rent and Repent is right here. So back when I first started replaying TNM myself and started the idea of TNM 2.0, I was in downtown and I ran by here and I was like, God, I still hate that it's empty. I think it's so stupid that there's nothing in there. And then I was just like, okay, anyway, I'm gonna go back to playing. So then I'm running around, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play with pistols because I like to play pistols in Deus Ex when I'm playing it. So I'm like, okay, I'll go get the stealth pistols now. So I ran over to the alley to snag the stealth pistols, and I didn't have Speed Aug at the time, obviously, because it's the beginning of the game. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get up there. So then I had to stack every goddamn thing that wasn't nailed to the ground and throw that shit over there, and I had this huge nasty stack. I think one of the first images I posted in the TNM Discord is a picture of that stack, and I'm like, bro, I gotta fix this. So that's when I started working on the 2.0 version of this. It was just all the little bad quirks that I had in the originals, and I was like, okay, yep, we need to fix this mess. So have you, Cecil, have you seen 2.0 Downtown? Because I'll do a quick rundown of it if you haven't. When I'll load the bit. Okay, yeah, I'll load up the map again. Yeah, I'll just reload my save. It was okay. Yeah, no problem. So then, where we're at right now, I was about to go to Goat City in my playthrough, so we're in the Goat Teleporter area. Oh, that was good timing for the music. So this is the 2.0 downtown. First thing, rent and repent. You can actually fucking go in it. And yeah, that's actually, so instead of the hue being the yellow streetlights, it's blue. So that changes the palette like a lot. And then I finally brought in the damn aspect that I wanted originally. Bicycles. Very prominent walkways and bicycle paths. Signs indicative of where to park your bikes. Bike paths, bike only. All that kind of thing. It's finally how it should be. And I think right before you got here I said the biggest change is making it more dense with content. So yes, it's everything's a lot closer together. So I think in downtown for 2009, from Faz's door, it takes 1 minute and 13 seconds to run to it. To Soul's Bar, so. Now it's just like 12 seconds. It's respect the time, the player's time a little bit, you know? So the border buildings of the level are taller, but everything inside is a little more unique. Yeah, I hated original Downtown, and that's why I started this remake, and then other people joined in to help out to make it even better. So, and so we're about to go to Goat City in the dev playthrough here. I didn't change that map very much. Goat City. Yeah, so that's something that I literally didn't touch at all, and that's kind of like a iconic thing for TNM. Like even in the original Downtown that I was brought on the team to fix, the castle looked exactly like that. So I just kept it like that. I did add a little bit of nifty things in the front, but that's pretty much it. So just left it exactly as is. Kind of like a meta reference. And yeah, see, exactly that. You said Goat City is fine in the original, so I didn't mess with it too much. I did modify the buildings a bit and added some additional content, but other than that, it's the same doggone map. Oh, and we're betraying the goats, so they're going to be enemies. Oh god, he's right off the bat. Okay. Alright, this ain't working. There we go. Oh yeah, you can just get it from him. I forgot that he has the DTS. Alright, my inventory is looking a little disgusting, so we're fixing that. Yeah, I'm not at master yet, so I can't just laser motherfuckers yet. Yes. Okay. Alright, so there are a couple changes already. So the bank, changed that a lot. I kind of made it look more like a actual bank. I've seen banks looking like that before. Oop. Problem. Alright, here he comes. Okay. Also kind of add a little bit more flair in regard to the fact that they're goats. So you're gonna see more goat statues and whatnot. And so this thing is cool. So god damn it. So this thing right here, this is a dynamic texture. So that's how I chose my Trescon to look. Coat, no sunglasses, and face 5, I think it is. So if I wasn't Trench and I was the jumpsuit one, it would be reflective of that. If I had the goggles on, they would have the goggles, that kind of thing. That's something that Hawk did. It's pretty freaking dope. And then the bank has a bit of a secret in it. Now these dojo looking things, they were just straight up empty. I don't know if you remembered, but in the original they were just flat out empty. There was nothing in here. So I had a little bit. Yeah, come in here already. Come on. Let's go. Out of these doors. More goat iconography. Milk, of course.
So,
Bro.
prepare to face your destiny, disbeliever.
Oh, damn, I'm getting hurt.
The pain. The goat.
There's not much in here. It's just this is available for sneaking. Easier to sneak in here with all this vision break, the doors. Kind of throwing caution to the wind since I'm in explanation mode. God damn. All these patrol points are just set up in a way to screw me today.
I'm wounded. Great goat, easy.
This is obviously, this is a, what do you call it? Like a hint that stacking here probably would be a good idea. Ooh. Goat City Bank Vault. So that's something new. Need that. Now this is one of those patented. Yeah, they're definitely hurting like crazy. This is one of those patented super secret ZP secrets from 2009, like the what do you call it? Like the door in the AI lab that opens behind you when you press the button. So that's why it's got some pretty heavy shit in it, like a freaking upgrade can and whatnot.
My senses deceive me.
Oh, where is that? The llama assassin. I forget where that is, but I know what you're talking about. Because I might have accidentally combined them without knowing. Because the key for the vault is brand new. That vault is new. I think you weren't even able to get into the bank in the old one. Oh, that's that guy that's hiding from me. Hopefully this guy doesn't just turn around and burn me alive. Okay. So this spot over here, this is something completely brand new too. The Milknet Cafe. So this is everybody is a big fan of Goat City because it's good vibes and whatnot.
In the name of...
Go away. So I added this area. These computers, they don't require a login, and you can just go on here and play all the games. And I think yes, okay. So each computer has a title of what you can do with it. That way it's easier to get to. The Lights Out game, Text Adventure game, IRC, Pong, and then they just kind of repeat. So, like, you can just come in here and hang out and log into the IRC. Yay. Had to make a threat to the Discord while I was there. And then I don't remember. Well, I'm assuming you could get into it because there's text docs in here. I was about to say, I don't remember if you could get in here originally. Oh, yeah, you could. The blue calcium crystals. Oh man, it's something that's a notorious issue that not only TNM but other mods as well do is use just a regular door texture, but then it's just part of the world, you can't get through it. So even in areas that probably wouldn't make sense to see bars on a door, like in an interior door like this, you need an indication as a player that this is not something you're going through. So the fact that there's bars on it and that's a texture using Deus Ex that is indicative of you're not getting in here, just toss it up. Make sure it's pretty evident that you're not going through there. A term that I use a lot in the dev room for the Discord is respecting the player's time a little more. And that's one of the little things that I try and do for all the updates. I think this building is just straight up completely redone. Damn, dude. What the fuck is he shooting? Is that a friggin' assault gun? Yeah, I'll let him fuck off. Yeah, it is. Something that I just straight up learned from Doom 2016 is also using lights to guide people. So we're on our way to Old Server Complex. Yeah. So we're gonna... You'll see a lot of that in that map because it's like a dark, dingy, abandoned structure. So you're gonna see a lot of green lights indicative of where to go. Actually, we're done with these dudes. We're just gonna... Oop.
Cannot escape the wrath of the gods. We'll find you eventually.
We're just gonna hot-foot it over there. I got... Yeah, we got the key for... And this... Like, I didn't change this much at all. I mean, why, you know? It functions... Ugh. I don't like this elevator, though. Oof, this map, bro. I didn't touch this map very much at all, either.
Yeah, this looks like the place. Man,
Just because I didn't want to. It's such a goddamn, like, mess and hodgepodge of just, like, copy-pasted shit. I'm like, you know what? It works. We're going with it. Yes?
Yeah, that's right.
Shadow Code appears to have barricaded himself in the old server complex built beneath this one. The old complex is no longer in use. The equipment down there is outdated and redundant. However, it appears to still have function, which is why you were here.
And how do I get down there?
Ride the elevator down to the basement of this facility. Your handprint has been cleared for entry. In the basement, you'll find an old elevator.
Alright then, I'll take a look at it.
Be warned that Shadow Code has been there long enough to gain considerable control over the old facilities.
Alright. Could you go over exactly what I have to do to get rid of him again? I'm guessing I can't just hack a terminal and write Format C.
Correct.
Yeah.
I actually forgot
I
this
was
is
already
before
told you once.
DXI.
How do I shut the servers down?
It's quite simple. There's a keypad on each server which is used to cut its power. I've been told that Evil Invasion will brief you on the access codes.
Oh yeah, this is we have a 2.0 specific change in the dialogue coming up that is very helpful.
Drive your brain.
Alright, I understand. And when I've downloaded him into my brain, how much time do I have to find an isolated computer before I go nuts?
Impossible to say.
How will I know if a computer is isolated?
It's quite easy to tell the difference. Network computers are state-of-the-art workstations equipped with a holographic screen. On a non-network computer, the case and the monitor are separate from each other, and the monitor is a regular old-fashioned LCD screen.
Good, thanks.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Gotcha. Bye.
Alright. Is that? Yeah, it is. Okay. So this is... Yes, okay. Yeah, that's right. You gotta go down. Well, or up. There we go. The bonk you over the head what to do message. Okay.
Trescon, Cashew found an old document with the server shutdown codes, but we don't know which order they're in. Chances are they don't appear in the correct order. You'll just have to go by trial and error. Don't worry though, I don't think there's a penalty for putting in the wrong code. Here, I'll upload them to your data vault.
Oh, I thought that was during the elevator ride. Anyway, here's the change that I was talking about. So now you get an image along with the message. So it's this very like staticky, messed up indicator of what code to use for each one. So those are all the servers that we're going to be seeing. But it's really hard to tell which one is which. So when you get to a server, it's kind of like this little mini game, right? You get to the server, you look around, and see if there's anything that's really sticking out that you can identify. Like, I'll use that top right image as an example. So when you get to that server room, you're going to notate like, oh, okay, so there's like a curved ceiling, and it looks like there's pillars, and the server is right in the dead center of the room. So you'll get to the area and just start looking for hints.
That's the elevator to the old complex.
And then you'll have a tip on what code to use. Because, I mean, there's no, like... For the codes, there's no penalty for using the wrong one. It's just kind of like a time sink. So if you're doing nothing but a time sink, might as well help with it a little bit.
Welcome to my domain, mortal. I've put up a scrambling field to disrupt all communication in and out of the facility. Let's see how long it'll take before I can make you scream like a little girl.
Alright, I think there's stuff down there, isn't there? Yeah, there's some dead dude, that's right. Okay. Goggles, fuck goggles. I don't need that shit. Alright. Did I forget to put a ladder? Oh, okay. That would have been terrible. Yeah, this is another one of those that I heavily revamped. Heavily. Because I said it earlier on the way to get the objectives done to do this map. One, it's my map, so my maps I'm more prone to completely redo because it's my stuff. I feel better about that. If it's someone else's map, I generally lean more towards the modify and improve aspect instead of completely redo. But so I mean, this is different from the get-go. It's got the same aesthetic, but I mean, this shit's completely different thus far. You already see the first server. So this is a new aspect. We haven't seen these trip mines yet, so that's supposed to be a subtle introduction to it. Oh, okay, so when I run into one of those mines, I gotta be careful because I can get lit on fire. That poor Karkian is our test dummy. Is there one in there? Nah, I can get by without that. So here's the first server, and our first indication of what we gotta do. Red lights, can't go that way. Red light, can't go that way. Green light, need to get in there. Okay, so here's some more. We're following this pipe, or wire, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Clearly leads to that, so we can infer that we need to hit that button. And down comes the bridge. So now we just need to find our way down there. Oh, hold on, okay. really need range on that. Okay, yeah, I'm using this to like snipe dudes. Trip mine. Honestly, I didn't know that you could disarm those. I thought if you triggered it, it was just going. Oh, speaking of... So remember, these are the trank mines. So you need to touch the laser to get damaged by it. So using boxes to block like that is a useful tactic. Right, that's what I was looking for. I knew it was in this map somewhere. Alright, so when you disarm them, yeah, but not when they trigger like that. So now it worked. Alright, so now we are in our first server. So let's look at our image and see if we can track down what this might be. So, it's definitely not this one. It's not this one because there's a little different type of floor around it. It might be this one, it's kind of hard to see. But if we're looking at this one, you can see that, so probably on stream you can't see, but these are a stack of boxes, right? And you can tell just barely that it has that little up arrow on it, like a lot of other decorative boxes do in DX. So here's a stack of boxes with the arrows on it. So it would be 027 576. Done.
Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect immortal machine?
So to me, that's a little more fun than just jamming in the codes until one works. And then you'll probably recognize this from the original, that this is the explosion hallway.
Run, Forrest! Run!
So this is actually, what was this in the original map? I don't think it was a spot base specifically. I can't recall. Yeah, less guesswork is definitely the name of the game. There's a lot of aspects where we try and change that to make guidance much more apparent and put less emphasis on just fumbling your way through everything. Oh, this is like a truck checkpoint in the original.